Hello everyone, this is Kaylee, and a question that I get a lot because people are interested and I'm interested in people too, so I always want to know how they get into things or where they come from. And so the question that I get a lot is, how did you get into sound healing? And so I thought I'd do a quick video on that. And basically, I think it started when I was a child and I was a natural healer. And I was very conscious as a child. I was very sensitive, very empathic, very psychic, very telepathic. Um, and I just had I guess, those gifts. They may have been skills. I may have learned them in another lifetime, certainly. But I always had this desire that, I wanted to see people happy. I wanted to see people happy. I wanted to see a lot of peace in the world. I wanted to always be good. And and then I had this dream to be on stage, because if I was on stage, I could make people happy because I could, tell a joke or act like a funny character or sing a song. And really, when I started to sing, I was able to really express myself. And so I didn't speak much as a child because I was very sensitive, but the singing really got me out of my shell. And so I started to sing, and what I found when I was starting to really use my voice is that things would be released. Like as a healer, as a child, I think a lot of sensitive children take on the adults' frustrations, maybe anger, maybe sadness, and I used to do that. And as I was singing, things were becoming released, and it was like a very healing experience for me just to use my voice. And then in the process, I started to speak more. So as I got a little older, I found teachers. I got into singing. I was classically trained with private teachers, and then I went to study at San Francisco State University, and I was a classical voice major. And so I studied there for a while, but I was really fascinated with ethnomusicology, and I started to dip into how different cultures use music and sound to heal and to have ceremony, and and the dances and the culture just really fascinated me. So as I was going through the process of studying at this university, I still felt like there was a missing piece. I knew I was very interested in singing, very interested in creating my own music, composing, and very interested in ethnomusicology, but there was still something else that I was kind of looking around for. And so I ended up going to this, I guess it was like a New Age fair, and I saw a crystal bowl sitting there, and I started to play it, and it was just amazing. And then I picked up a tuning fork and I started to play with that. I actually purchased the tuning fork, but the bowl I didn't quite purchase at that time. But then a few weeks later, all of a sudden, I'm sitting with a whole set of crystal singing bowls, and I started to put them in the order of like a chordal pattern. Like in music, you have chords. Like if you're playing the keyboard, C, E, G would be a chord. And so I started to put them in these chords, and I started to play them, and all of a sudden songs started to come in, and I started singing these songs, and it was so healing for me and so soothing, and I felt a lot of peace and relaxation and creative expression in this process of playing the crystal bowls and using my voice, that I was just in forever. And so I've been doing that for 11 years now. I've been doing sound healing and using my voice and selling the bowls and playing concerts and all of these things. And soon after that, I went to the San Francisco School Globe Institute, the Sound and Consciousness Institute in San Francisco. I went there. I was able to meet other sound healers, other people like me. It was so wonderful. I learned a lot. And so then I was already healing and doing readings before that too. So I kind of combined the sound and music in with my intuitive abilities, and the two really merged when I when I left the Institute, I got my certificate there. And then I moved on. I went, came to Maine, and then went back to California again, and then came back to Maine. But the whole time, I've just like seen so many people have these profound experiences. And I, in my own personal way, through the sound healing, have just felt like such release and expression and consciousness, higher consciousness, really being able to meditate more deeply and using the sound as like a meditation tool. And I've worked with people with anxiety and all kinds of things, and the sound and the voice, the soothing of the voice in song and just in straight frequencies or sound has really had profound effects on these people that I've met, and just really touches my heart. I love this work that I do. And so that's my story, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to know more about sound healing, please click the link below. I also have a sound healing school that I've started, and there's a apprenticeship study where you can get your certificate. It's coming right up, so there are only a few spots for that. So if you're interested, please contact me, and I'd love to talk to you about it.